Twitter's far-left ideological predisposition is a danger to vote-based system and requirement-style mediation by Washington, D.C., Trump's battle administrator cautioned on Monday. Twitter has a demonstrated record of shadow-banning moderates, a tricky method to guarantee their substance isn't seen by others, Brad Parscale tweeted. ReviewJournal.com reports, right-wing voices who have gotten impermanent or lasting bans incorporate Sheriff David Clarke, British dissident Tommy Robinson, CDRV Gavin McInnes, Turning Point USA extremist Candace Owens and InfoWars have Alex Jones. What makes these bans eminent is Twitter's thinking behind them. Jones was prohibited for prompting savagery in mid-August. Robinson was restricted for contemptuous substance, yet Twitter is covered with precedents of the most wretched, vicious and disdainful left-wing content possible. Owens' boycott was especially important in light of the fact that whatever she did was satirically tweet precisely the same as New York Times editorial manager Sarah Jane, who got no boycott for the first bigot tweet Owens ridiculed. A year ago, Twitter established a strategy restricting affiliations with associations that utilize or elevate brutality against regular folks to assist their causes. The govern was speedily used to boycott various far-right records. It wasn't, nonetheless, used to boycott various Antifa accounts, which clearly elevate viciousness against regular people to encourage their causes. There is plainly an unevenness in the manner in which Twitter applies its guidelines. The authority obviously needs an implementer. The wellspring of Twitter's inclination issue was featured by Dorsey's own declaration. Twitter is focused on, consider ourselves freely responsible towards advance, Dorsey stated, taking note of that nothing is evacuated except if we have decided it damages Twitter's strategies. So the issue isn't the calculations, it's the general population overseeing them, the majority of whom are left-wing, and trust advance means the eradication of preservationist thoughts. To a dynamic and a basic leadership position at Twitter, typical traditionalist discourse on relatively every issue is loathed discourse. So long as Twitter's representatives are allowed to extend their own particular political predispositions into their work, Twitter will remain a place where just a single side of the discussion is permitted to talk uninhibitedly. This is an issue for Twitter whether it understands it or not. Because of Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act, Twitter isn't delegated a distributor of data given by another. This liberates Twitter from legitimate risk for content clients post on the site. The justification for this liven is the possibility that stages like Twitter offer a discussion for a genuine decent variety of political talk. Despite the fact that Section 230 stores the privilege of sites to evacuate content they find profane, scurrilous, prurient, dingy, exorbitantly vicious, badgering, or generally offensive, the expanding pattern of tech monsters arranging half of the nation's political convictions as disgusting or frightful undermines the thinking that gave them Section 230 assurances in any case. Congress is well inside its rights to expel those assurances from online networking stages that pick one political side and advance an unmistakable political message. Twitter is practicing publication control of its substance. What's more, if Twitter is acting like a typical distributor, it ought to be dealt with like one. On the off chance that Twitter needs to keep up its status as a discussion for genuine assorted variety of political talk, at that point it must begin acting like one. Given Twitter's all-inclusive significance to society, Dorsey noticed that each of the 100 legislators, 50 governors, and about each individual from the House of Representatives, achieved their constituents through Twitter. The stage's institutional predisposition puts the First Amendment in danger. On the off chance that Twitter doesn't settle its demonstration yet wishes to keep working under a Section 230 status, it should be supervised by an autonomous element to guarantee moderate voices with which Jack Dorsey and his organization differ aren't being hushed. Else it ought to lose its benefits, and be considered legitimately in charge of each terrible, disdainful, bigot tweet its armies of liberal clients are permitted to distribute each day. Brad Parscale is the crusade administrator for Donald J. Trump for President Incorporated.